Okay, first things first. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Supreme Ambient Light Projection Screen Paint using ambient light projection technology gaming. Sorry, I've been working on a few things, so I've been a bit tired. I've been up a little early in the morning as usual. All right, so there is no information on the technology yet. Sorry. Just basically, you're going to see how it reacts to. I got the screen a little up higher now, so I got it at the eye level of the projector. Got it on an official 100-inch 16:9 screen. Used to be an elite screen, and still elite screens that's coated with this technology. And just going to run some video playbacks on it. A few people asking about insane contrast levels. I want to see how bright the contrast levels come up. Of course, it's going to come dark because the screen's dark. But that's basically about it. I'm not going to really get into this screen that much, to tell you the truth, due to the fact that I have no idea when it's going to launch. I really can't tell you. So let's see what we're going to be doing here right now. That's a political commercial one, so I'm not showing that. All right. Now, also too, keep in mind, we do design other technology in screen paints besides jet black screens. We have the Platinum Eclipse, which is actually one of the darkest grades we have designed. We have a 9, which is a pretty lighter, but still it's kind of a dark bronze gold. And then we have the black silver, and the black silver is kind of like it's the lightest gray screen that we make. So I'll do some demonstrations on that. This is the reason why I'm saying this, is because we have customers who want the black technology, and these are people that are coming off white screens. Now, if you're coming off a white screen, keep in mind that you're expecting for the white levels to be as high as a white screen. Virtually impossible. It's like saying you want a gray screen to be to produce contrast levels as high and white levels as high as a gray screen. Virtually impossible. All right, there's no screen that's going to produce a white level like a white screen, but a white screen only. Even gray screens don't have that capability. All right, so with that being said, as I explained to you before, whether it comes to 12 or any of the dark technologies we develop, if you are a person who leans more closer to white levels, then you need to stick with the black silver. That is perfect for you. It'll give you the contrast, it'll give you color pop, everything you need, with you not having problems with because some people just can't handle the contrast. Some people like me who love contrast, who loves those deep dark black levels. This technology is for us, or people who are not in this category. But like I said, I have some customers who want the white levels to be as high on black screens, and want the white levels to be as high as a white screen. Not going to happen, okay? But you want the black technology or the darker technology we develop, because if you didn't need it, you would not be contacting me, asking me, hey, look, I got this white screen. The colors don't pop. The contrast doesn't pop. I already know what a white screen looks like. It looks like crap. So you have to understand, if you're coming off a white screen and you're expecting for a black screen, gray screen, whatever screen may be, to produce like a white screen, it's not going to happen when it comes to white levels. It's just not, okay? So we have something called the black silver, which is a gray screen, perfect for you. That's why I tell people, read. And on my website, we have a detailed description. The reason why I'm saying this is because this technology is extremely dark. You understand me? It has amazing contrast levels. The white levels are fantastic. Keep in mind it's at a beginning stage. But understand this. When we do launch this, when we finally launch this screen, I'm going to put in some serious policies under this technology, so people can understand it. This may not be the product for you. All right. Some people want the deep, dark contrast levels, but they want those real serious high-end white levels. This is not for you. Not for you. It'll produce high white levels, but if you're coming off a white screen and you're expecting for the white levels to be the same, it's not going to work that way. It wouldn't work that way with a black diamond. It wouldn't work that way with a dark star 9. It wouldn't work with any of the darker screens that are developed to pull contrast levels. So do not go near it. Some people say I sound like I'm frustrating. If I've been explaining the same thing for 10 years, we need to be a little like, oh, come on, are you serious? Read the information we have on the page. Just don't hit the shopping cart and buy. There's a specification under each product that explains the capability of that technology. Read through it carefully, please. Just go click and buy. Now, what percentage is the technology? It is 0. It's a still raw element. Nothing's been done to it. It's the same thing it was yesterday. I'm just basically saying exactly how it's going to be reacting, the different colors, contrast levels, how deep the colors are going to pop. That's what I'm looking for. This is information that is needed so we can tweak the technology to get it to where it needs to be at. And later on, I'll be hooking up the PS4 because I do want to see what gaming applications are going to look like on this. See, it produces white levels. Not a problem. But some people want white levels exactly like a white screen. Like, no, it's not going to happen. If you buy a $5,000 black diamond, it is not going to be to produce the same white levels as a white screen. We did this with somebody's screen paint versus a white screen and showed you what happens in a snowstorm. No screen can produce 100% white level but a white screen. But then the problem you have with people who have white screens, they complain about the color not working right, the projector screen's washing out, you gotta be in the dark all the time, the color doesn't pop correctly, has no contrast level whatsoever. That's why those screens are considered to be the cheap bottom dollar screens in the projection world. It's a white screen. White screens are cheap. You know, you wouldn't spend $3,000 and $4,000 for a white screen. No, it's a cheap screen. The darker the screen gets, the more expensive it becomes. Now with this technology, we have one of the blackest screens now. There is no, I did my research yesterday. Oh yeah, I did my research. Even the XY is not even this dark. The Slate 8 and Slate 9s are not even this dark. They're gunmetal. The XY is not even black. It's a dark, dark gray. It's kind of like in between where the Platinum Eclipse. Thank you so much, Alan. Truthfully, I would like to get this launched before the new console systems launch, because this thing is going to look insane. Call of Duty Cold War on the PS5 or Xbox Series on a jet black. Oh yeah, come on. No, you don't know. You just don't know. We have a rear technology of it already. We did that already. There's a rear technology of it already. We have a front and rear of the technology, and we do have this is the roll-on version of it. But like I said, they're still in testing. Let me go get the PS4 and disconnect that thing and bring it down here too. Yeah, we're gonna get that right now. upstairs. Let's see where we're going to be plugging this at. Okay. Let's see where we're at. We're good, we're good. Let me get an HDMI cable. Also too, I bought 2 of these. I want to be giving 1 of these away for free. This is that projector I have, the one I have pushing the design. So eventually I bought 2 of these that both of them activate off the same remote control anywhere in the house. So I'm going to use 1 of them. So I'm actually going to be giving 1 of them away. Under the sink. Should have 1 under the sink. Let's see, HDMI, yeah, it's 1 under the sink. Yep. Let's see, okay. Let's see. Nope. No. Here we go. Boy, I can't get away from this one. My life depended on it. Trying to keep the area neutral as much as possible. All right, just trying to keep the area neutral as much as possible. You know, I don't want to say political this and political that on anybody. Just trying to keep the area neutral as possible. There you go, people. 0%. So we're going to add something to it today to tweak the white levels and to tweak to add more color to the screen. So the screen ability to produce higher color. Stream, we're not going to call it a 12. It's not going to be called a 12. It's going to be something completely different. But as you can see, for the super jet black screen, colors are extremely good. White levels are good, but it could be better. Oh no, you're not spraying this stuff on. The roll-on is not sprayable. We have a version of it that's the front and rear. The front and rear is sprayable. There's 2 versions of this. So one version of the technology is going to have the ability to be able to be sprayed on for front and rear. It's a professional kit for those that are more handy with the paint sprayer. And then the second version is going to be this right here, which will be a roll-on for people who choose they don't want to use a paint sprayer. But you're not putting it through. And I would advise you strongly, do not put water in this. Do not dilute it at all, period. Just buy the spray-on version. That's why they're going to make a spray-on version of it, because this will keep people from diluting the product, spray it on the screen, and then find out it doesn't react right because you damaged the screen. So just gonna be two versions of it. Just to get an idea how black the screen is. Doesn't really make a difference. This stuff is designed to be applied to anything. If you've seen any of my demonstrations on any of my screen paints, you know, we painted on just about anything we can get our hands on. So it's still, the extreme black still basically carries the same code as the other screens, and it's designed to be coated on just about anything you could possibly think of. There's nothing different about it. Any of the screen paints we design, that base formula to be able to coat it on whatever you want and do that, whatever, it's still the same. Yeah, it's going to be running back and forth. I should just turn about the screen on there so I can just turn the projector back and forth. See the ultra short throw? That one I'm going to be doing today because I'm supposed to be doing it for the other fellow. He wanted to see what that ultra short throw would look like. But we're going to do it on this screen. We're going to lay it down flat and hit it with the ultra short throw right on top of it. Ooh, man, if you're doing a glass projection screen, you know how heavy glass can become? Glass is very heavy and extremely dangerous. I mean, if you're able to basically get somebody, because keep in mind, if you're cutting a glass screen, you're going to have to figure a way how you're going to be able to put some kind of protective barrier around those edges, man. Let me tell you something. I can get a sheet of glass and plexiglass and coat them. You couldn't tell which one was which. Couldn't tell. We've done this. We've done this on different objects and different surfaces. You can't tell which one's which, to tell you the truth. Because once that stuff's coated, it's it. No, it's not all sort of, it's all the same. I've done this demonstration. I've done glass, wood, plexiglass, sheet metal, all coated the same. It all blends and it all works exactly the same way. You couldn't tell. If I did a piece of plexiglass and a piece of plastic, you couldn't tell which one was which. Or you could tell if you basically take a rock and throw it through one of them because one's going to shatter and the other one's not. But I would advise you not doing a glass projection screen. Strongly tell you not to do it. How are you going to hang it up? To tell you the truth, number one. I wouldn't dare have a 100-inch piece of glass leaning against the wall, as that thing could come down at any given time and I could get caught with it. How are you going to hang it up? To drill holes in it, it's going to be a nightmare. Get one little crack in there and that thing is just going to go just like that. Unless you're going to do something like, if you're going to do something where you're going to set it up on a table and have stands at the bottom of it, I can understand that. But man, I mean, if you live alone and you don't have any kids or anything like that, or anyone's going to come by and jack that thing up, then I can understand that. But I'd still rather have plexiglass. But I'm just saying, it's really not going to make a difference at all because, you know, even if you use glass or use plexiglass, you're not going to be able to tell one from the other once you coat it with this stuff. Or any other stuff we design, even with the 12s. I'm not trying to discourage you. I mean, you could do it, but I'm trying to tell you, the outcome might not be as I've been in the business for a long time. I've seen people make screens out of just about everything, and glass was one of them. And the outcome for that one was pretty crazy. I'd be scared to death to have something like that leaning against the wall like that. Technically, to tell you the truth. Hold on for a minute. Got the wrong one here. Oh, might as well just hook up the PS4. All right, so let's go in here and grab. I got my PS4. Wait, I'm gonna do this one right here next. I'm gonna do this one over here, real quick. Shrink the camera there a little bit. All right, let's run real quick. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. I really do. I'm just gonna play a little bit of each one. We'll do the driving game. I've got a good zombie game that has really good contrast levels. Yeah, I might have to try to get this thing out before freaking the console systems launch, because it would be a pity to miss that. Here we go.
Select a vehicle. Charger. Drive through gates to earn time for your team.
I'm gonna have to launch this. I need this upstairs for my screen. Literally, I need this. I gotta repaint my screen upstairs. This is freaking amazing. That contrast level, you can't, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but good God. Yeah, I'm gonna have to basically get this thing launched before the console systems. I need this on my gaming system upstairs. Yeah. I got to see what this looks like on the 505. Oh, right into the wall. Okay. Okay, let's just run some more. I was playing this yesterday with one of my friends. We took the friendly off. We basically beat the crap out of each other. Oh man, this was the funniest game I ever played in my life. Like, come on in the corner. Come on in the corner, lay some hands on you. Oh, I had so much fun yesterday on this. I don't know. I have to think about what we gotta do with this. And take an asshole down. Bring you up a little closer. There you go. Because if you're too far away, you can't see the screen that well. think I saw that one coming. I know it's wasted. Alright, that's pretty cool. Alright, let's go with some darker levels. I'm gonna have to download Mortal Kombat. Why can't I have a sale? A sale would be nice. I can get some really cool dark games. If you're a huge Left 4 Dead fan, this is a game to get, I'm telling you. It is so much, it's so close to being a Left 4 Dead game, it's not even funny. The only difference is you get a ton of freaking weapons, and you get all kinds of, what do you call it, weapons, traps, whatever they want to call it, like auto turrets on it, stuff like that, and melee weapons, flamethrowers, a freaking flamethrower in this game. Right now I'm actually playing online with a few other people, and I'm playing online with my, my driver and her sister. Alright, I'll take. No, that wasn't too dark of a board. Yeah, it'll work. It's a zombie game anyway. Who cares? Let me see. Oh, I got one right there. Here he is. The more loading time is a bit much, but it's definitely worth it. Trust me. It's like 8 different forms of shotguns in here. 8 different forms of shotguns alone. Heavy advanced weapons. Oh wow, and you can actually upgrade your weapons too, if you choose to. There's also too a skill tree. And there are special infecteds in here too. Just to let you know. So, like I said, so close to freaking Left 4 Dead, it's not even funny. They got one called Bull, which actually resembles a tank. The Ripper. I forgot what the other one was called or two. They have a few of them on their own. You'll see when they pop up.
Sweeping the last sector. 10 minutes.
There could still be people in these houses.
We got reports of infected in your area and we're out of time. Now she leaves at 35.
Time to go. Hello? Can anyone hear me?
What are you doing?
I'm not leaving anyone behind.
We've done what we can here, Shaw. Evacuation's over.
Eyes peeled. There's a higher.
Told you. Just like it. But on this one, except for this, is blood in this game. Can't do that in Left 4 Dead. The gameplay is pretty good on here. this is me kind of dizzy. I keep forgetting. I did a little work in the wrong time.
Regroup. Then continue.
Rescue leader, we've reached you.
Moving to the tunnel. You're too far. We can't go forward.
Incendiary rounds.
Without your protection.
Let's see what we got. Any special, any big boy weapons? Nah, okay, I got nothing here. Then I guess I'll get a rocket launcher in here. All right, let me get a chair. I get a little dizzy if I'm standing up playing games. Let's go vertical, or what do they call it? But yeah, I get real dizzy. It does not work out well for me. That's the tank. That's the bull. That's what they call them bulls. That right there is supposed to be a tank.
Reloading. Cover me. I'm reloading.
What the heck are you shooting behind you? Ah, I got spit on. I'm gonna have to look at that nasty female right. The spitter, you got somebody spits some kind of. I got the name of it got for it, but she actually spits on you and basically you have to disinfect it and you turn into a zombie. It's a pretty good game. I'm just gonna play a little bit of this.
There's that Wacko's gun.
I see a big one!
You're my world now.
Yep, and you'll get people with bombs on them too. Military.
Hazmat suit is on the ground.
It's real good for the dark scenes. Maybe to make out everything in the game with no problem. Where's fresh ammo? Oh, never mind. Forget it. I'll get up by the bus. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna trade my weapon for this, but I'll take the automatic shotgun.
I'm reloading.
babies right there, so I'm good. I got a backup. Okay, are there any other weapons? Nothing? Oh well, whatever. Alright.
There's hundreds!
You wanna swap out?
Moving with you. Did you ever see anything like that?
I've never killed anything before today.
Technically, they were already dead.
I don't need that, man. I need something big. Oh man, another health pack? Where's freaking rocket launchers at? There's something I can use.
Command, this is Team 4. We'll cover the western gate. Can you hold a few minutes? Go, rescue leader! Don't stop that bus for anything!
Thank you, people. Do your best. Friendly fire!
Damn it.
Through the gate.
Nothing here. Nothing.
Mashi, was LA this bad when you were there?
It was different.
How so?
A lot
Yeah,
of
yeah,
guns,
special
everybody's
infected
high
gun.
panic.
Don't forget heavy. Don't forget heavy weapons.
Hey, I'm a creep. I see you hiding. Reloading.
Okay.
Reload.
Damn! See my French, y'all. See my French. Here. Where's the bowl? Yeah, where's the bowl?
That's it. All clear.
No one can see you. No. Really? Seriously? Alright, whatever. We just push on through. New rocket launchers.
Stay very quiet. Western gates are on the other side of these cars.
Alright, can't go by
This
those.
is Team 4. We have visual on the gate.
Got set up.
Hurry! He'll be here any minute!
Are you alone?
We have men defending Gate 2.
On the other side of the channel. Set up in that parking garage and check in with them. You'll have a clear line of sight for both gates. They clean. Let them through.
We don't have anything else here besides this? What the freak? What we got going on over here? What's this?
Found defenses!
Alright, rocket launcher right here. I'll take that.
This will do just fine.
Alright, I need to electrify that gate.
On the pad set!
Oh man, run, run, run.
Hazmat suit coming in!
Hey! Stay away from the gas!
Knock them out!
Ain't nothing in here, nothing in here, nothing in nothing here, nothing in here, nothing here, nothing here.
All right.
Yeah, get the freak out of here. They didn't give us any freaking defenses on this part. What we got in here?
How much defense kit? Hold on in position! Go for headshots! Targets advancing from under the bridge!
Under the bridge. We're under the bridge. Oh shoot. Under the bridge, where? Oh, there. Shoot.
Stop! There's attracting on us!
We gotta move!
You lose every chance!
Reloading.
Get down, Pop. Get down.
They're climbing the gate.
All that practice
Come on, get up, get up.
Reloading. They're getting over the gate.
Shoot with that mortar.
Boys it down.
Cut them down. They're getting over the gate.
They're coming over. They're coming. No, 550. Shoot me.
You ain't been pouring out of the combo terminal.
Shoot. Come on, come on, come on.
Practice paid off. We cannot let them over the gate.
You ain't my water now.
Boys it down.
What's your name?
Out of the way.
Don't shoot me. This is now.
All that practice paid off.
Drop the hatchback. Bring it down. You lose them a chance. I know.
Boys it down.
No.
Oh, you freaking kidding me.
For the boat.
What the freak? I did all that freaking ammo and get it. Ah. I gotta come out of this. I'll be playing this all day, all freaking day. I love this freaking game so much. All right, let's move on. I got caught up in that. Sorry, I really got caught up in that. That's one of the best zombie games I've played so far. Oh god, that game is so good. It's better when you play with a bunch of other people, but it's funny as I don't know what. It is hilarious when you play with other people. Let's see. I want to look at the trailer for First Things First. I'm definitely gonna get to that tonight, man. I'm definitely gonna get my crew together. Put the menu on here. See the menu. So let's see the whole menu looks like. It's nice and bright. So the menu is nice and bright. It's readable, which is good. Cyberpunk. I want that game really bad. Look, let me finally get around launching that.
Special Forces NATO has to offer.
All that keeps the world from turning to cinders, comrades.
We work off the books.
Operating in shadows.
To keep the wolves at bay.
Today, we reshape the world. Let them come.
So gameplay looks pretty good on it. I can't wait for this game to come out. I'm gonna have to do some research on some stuff before I actually go down this road. Alright, looks good. See the menu?
Maybe I'm just not cut out. Well, those cheeseburgers were only the beginning because a breakfast system is on its way to swallow.
The machine uses the principle of hydrogenetic mutation. Water molecules are bombarded with microwave radiation, which mutates their genetic recipe into any kind of food you want.
So, pizza?
Yes.
Mashed potatoes?
Yes.
Peas?
Yes, that's also food.
Steak?
Yes.
Apples?
Mhm.
Applesauce?
Yes.
Ginger BLT?
I'm pretty sure I said any kind of food.
Chicken?
Alright, so they're gonna. This is working properly. Let's go over to. The menu crystal clear. Targeted political commercials gonna pop up. Nope, we're good. So it's pretty good. Let's see. So I'm not concerned about the contrast levels. My main concern on this technology is the white levels. How bright the colors can I get off the screen? Skin tones. That's what I'm looking for. When I had to sync the PS4 menu, how does it look? Can you read? It's too dark, or you can't read anything. All this stuff I have to look over. It's not going to take much to upgrade it. It's already showing advancements already. So it's not going to take much to upgrade it to where I need to be at. Very bright skin tones, yeah. It's not going to take much to advance this at all. By next week, we'll start tests. And then after that, I say before the console systems launch, we'll have a price for it. It's not going to take much to do. But what I'm saying already, keep in mind, this is not going to be marketed the same way as the 12. So no different to 12, and there'll also be different requirements to run it. This is all being done at 720p. So you know. right here. Nope, I'm not doing that one. There's a reason why I don't do that one, because it shows a picture of a woman with a crown of thorns on her head, and I think the only person that had the right to wear it was Jesus. So I don't get into that. I'll go back on that one for a minute. Not to beat a dead horse to death or anything, but Mr. Jamie, remember this is a live demonstration. First test, actually, second test results on this technology, which we do with every last one of our screen paints. So please don't do that dumb nonsense with this right here. Because I'll buy every last one of your screen paints, I'll take them outside and I'll put them against that new technology we're working on for next year, and we'll do a sunlight demonstration. I mean, I can't, that's why I can't understand how people do this demonstration. It boggles me how people do demonstrations like that, and we do live demonstrations. It's backing up how these screens can produce such high white levels. And then somebody comes along and does a video like that and says, oh, this is what it's supposed to look like. It's almost like he feels like he's the only person that sees this and no one else can see this except for him. I should shoot him a copy of this right here so you can see this. This is a screen with 0% capabilities. It's still in its baby stage, and look at the white levels it's pulling off. So I don't know how we thought that video was going to fly, because we do all our demonstrations on our technology live, and our customers get to watch demonstrations being done live. Yep, next time I'll stick you out there with that high-tech stuff we're working on, and that stuff is at 0% too, and that stuff takes direct hits from sunlight, and we'll take you outside and let you play outside. I know your screens are going to wash out big time. They don't do well in everyday ambient light, but outside at 12 o'clock noon with direct sunlight hitting the screen, yeah, your screen's going to wash out, all of them. So if I did take an interest in testing your technology on our level, you would not do well. So you're lucky I don't do reviews on your stuff. As a matter of fact, he's very lucky I don't do reviews on his screen paint, because if I did, you wouldn't like the outcome of it. You really wouldn't. It'd be going under the same testing we put our stuff under, which means you would be outside, you'd be in all kinds of craziness. But next time, I'll do a review on your technology next to that freaking sun killer we got. colors pop. I'm sorry. Good gracious, that was some beautiful color. Hold on, hold on. You gotta be kidding me. You see how bright those colors are? Good God. We'll put the screen at 1% done. Oh, that's amazing. That is freaking amazing. Look at the color pop on that. You want to see what that looks like up close on black technology, on true black technology, on our technology we developed? Look at that. It's a jet black screen pulling that image off. Look how dark that screen is compared. Look at it. Look at next to the border. Oh, wow. We'll take it at 1%. Oh, yeah, we can take it at 1%. Because, yeah, 1%, it did do the 1,000 lumen demonstration, which was no problem for the technology, which you did on the paint on, ended it on the 100-inch. So that's no problem. It's not hot spotting, and we have to hit it with a bigger projector. Let's see if it's hot spot. Oh, and you know, it's funny, because when I hear people saying, oh, you're not supposed to use venue projectors, keep in mind, like I said, you have to use venue projectors. You know why? Because the majority of the companies I have contracts with do not use these projectors. They use high-end venue projectors. And the first thing they ask me, like, look, if I hit the screen with an 8,000 lumen projector, is it going to hotspot? So you have to be able to use all different forms of projectors. I use the cheaper ones because bottom line is, like I said, if I can make a projector screen produce an image on a cheap old projector, then pretty much anything will run on it. But if you typecast your technology or whatever you're making on high-end projectors, then pretty much you're just telling your customers that they have to spend this kind of money in order to get a picture somewhat like this. Look at that. That's freaking insane. I'm even shocked over it because this is, I didn't think we would pull this off this dark. Look how the blues, everything pops. The yellows. I think I'm going to do the distance of the day. I'm going to bring down the 800 lumen Mitsubishi. I want to do 20 feet back and do the image off of that. What else do we have to do on this? These short though demonstrations are easy. They can be done any day. That's easy to do. It's going to activate on ultra short though. That's easy to do. Yeah, you definitely don't want me reviewing your stuff. You don't want that. See what a 12 did to a UV, and 12s can blend into UVs like there's no problem. And produce contrast, which that screen can't do. I can even blend to that screen on a white screen. Matter of fact, we did it yesterday. White snowstorm, blended into a UV mix. A black screen versus a gray screen, and blended it on a snowstorm. Then pull a high contrast level, and the UV basically can't produce contrast. And you want to go against this? Oh, bro, yeah. Matter of fact, we're gonna skip this screen, and I'm gonna take you outside with the sun killer. Because that's what that technology is, Project Sun Killer. That screen can actually filter sunlight. And you've seen the demonstrations when we showed it off, live. Man, I am so happy for the results I'm getting from this. You have no idea. It's doing everything it's supposed to do, and it's not even at its finished stage yet. We finally get this where it needs to be at. Oh, this is going to look insane. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that comment. It's not so much that the hobbyists don't like us, but the big companies don't like me either. They can't stand me. Only one company I can say that is a pretty good company. That would be Seymour AV. I met the owner of Seymour AV. He's a really cool guy. He's a really nice guy, real down to earth kind of guy, really cool guy. And I'm a huge fan of the Seymour AV 1.3. I like that screen. A really good down to earth person. I haven't met anybody from Elite Screens, but I have met the owner of you know who, and man, don't care for him too much. Try to look the other way on it, but man, there's something else. But there's something else. But anytime they want to offer up a sample sheet, I'm more than welcome to take it and do a demonstration against our technology versus it. Anytime. And if they're watching this, they know who they are. Man, I swear it's tears. This thing got me in tears, man. This is freaking amazing. Let me see this real quick. I know I know it's trying to do good in contrast. I'm just curious. Oh, we got another crow boy in here. William's upset. Goodbye, William. We always get a crow boy in here when they get upset. They get really angry. Goodbye, William. What is it that was? We always get the crow boys to come and get mad, like, oh, it doesn't look that good. It looks something. Please go someplace else. We don't have time for your negativity. Stop being so jealous. That's that sheer jealousy. I like to do this one when it first comes on. I like how bright the colors come up. Well, Boys, you want to say nasty stuff about my technology? You look at that. That's a jet black screen, and we got it now at 1% done. At 1%. That's it. I guarantee by the time the screen reaches 100% and you see what people are going to be displaying this on when it comes to the new console systems, I guarantee you there's going to be a bunch of boys with my technology on their wall. Because they're probably thinking about it right now. I think that's what makes them so angry. They want the technology. Boy, that really hurt. You're a crow boy and you got our technology on your wall? Ooh, that would be a hurt piece.
Make a plan, vote early, make sure your friends, family, co-workers, neighbors, everybody has a plan, because this is part of our responsibility as a democracy.
See, the one thing I tell you about when it comes to the technology and we develop it, we don't have to pick and choose what screen, what images are going to look good for the screen. As I told you, when you look at these gray screen paint mixes, they would choose certain video contents that would try to make the screen look better, as they would stick to bright colors. When it comes to anything with dark contrast, as I showed you with the UV mix next to the 12, anytime the 12 displayed any kind of bright colors, it blended into the UV mix. Anytime it showed any kind of contrast, the UV mix faded. Same thing here. If you see me do any demonstrations, I'm not going to stick to strictly contrast levels, knowing that the screen has a stronger capability in that area. I'm going to look for bright, beautiful, vivid colors to show the technology can do things that it's not supposed to do. And that's the same thing I say when people out here developing these gray mixes. They're actually doing a lot of smoke and mirrors because, number one, dark environments, they're high-end projectors, and they're staying away from those contrast levels, which that is something that's going to show the screen's flaws. You should really be showing contrast levels on the screen. It's not supposed to produce contrast levels, as I'm showing you a black screen that's not supposed to be to produce bright, beautiful colors. And let me see. All your lights are on. Wait. All your house lights are blown out. What are you talking about? Your English is off, buddy. Goodbye. Now he's talking about our house lights. Keep in mind, this is a person who's never watched any of my demonstrations, because those of you who have watched me display my technology, I do a lot of demonstrations outside. And those of you who watch my technology know that in order for a screen to get that label on it, it has to do that lumen test outside on 1,000 lumens outside. So I don't know what he's talking about outside lights, because we do our demonstrations outside when it comes to our ambient light projection test. This is just showing the screen's capability at now 1%. So I don't know what's going on in his head, but goodbye, bye-bye. I had to let him go. This is why people get blocked from my channel for just coming and just saying dumb stuff. And we know these are crow boys because that's how they come off, by saying, oh, you have light in the... Of course I have light in my environment. Why in the world would I advertise technology where you have to be in the dark all day? Like, who the freak wants to be in the dark all day? According to I don't want to be in the dark all day. If you notice, we don't hide from bright, vivid demonstrations because I want you to see this. I have to see this for myself to see how the screen is going to react to really bright colors. Now, anytime they do a contrast demonstration on these gray screen paint mixes, it'll be in the dark because they can't do it with the lights on. The screen will wash out. So then saying, instead of them come up and being a little honest and saying, well, here's the deal. Okay, look, it looks really good in the dark. This is what it's designed for. He can market it as a dedicated screen paint just strictly used for the dark environments. Hey, that's fine and all, okay? But if you're using bright, vivid colors and saying, hey, look, I got all my lights on. No, it doesn't look that way, man. I got your product over here. I know for a fact how it looks. Projectors. I'm using actually my Christie projector. Yesterday we already did the demonstration on the 1,000 lumen projector, which I have upstairs. Keep in mind, I own multiple projectors. Oh, and here we go. Goodbye. Like I said, if you're going to come in here carrying on, you got to go. All right? I ain't got time for that nonsense. What you need to do is, before you come in and start asking about my projector, my equipment, come out of this video, go check out my other videos, because I own over 30 projectors and I do my demonstrations on every form of projectors I actually have in my arsenal. Projectors we start off with are 8, 9, and 1,000 lumens. And we did the 1,000 lumen yesterday when the product was first developed. 30 minutes in its development stage. It was using a 1,000 lumen Sony projector, 600 by 800 SVGA. So yeah, enough of that nonsense right there. Bye-bye. Ugh. I'm gonna go back and look at those white levels again. So next time, I'm not even gonna entertain you. I'm just gonna block you right from the door from now on. I'm not even gonna answer your questions. Not gonna waste time pausing the video. I'm just gonna block you. Now, for the fellow who's asking the question about glass, I don't care about that. People ask me, hey, what can you paint it on? What project was the lowest lumen on the projections? I can't give you any of that information because this stuff was just developed yesterday. So those are the questions I can ask. If someone come in and they want to say, oh yeah, you're this, that, and insults in their comments, you got to go. This is not a circus. You want to be entertained at a circus? Go buy some tickets online, throw in a mask, and go kick some rocks. Hold on, I gotta go back to that again. Ah, play nice with me. Here we go. See it up close, Crow Boys? You see it up close? Look at that. 1% technology. That's why I said, you don't know, man. You want to judge my skill level. My environments are all well lit. In any environment I work in with my screens, my environments are always well lit. I don't sit in the dark. You can't compare me to your friend because I don't sit in the dark and do these demonstrations. I have over, like I said, 30 projectors in my arsenal to test my stuff on. I got a kitchen drawer full of sample sheets from high performance projection screens. I don't shy away from testing against Elite Screens, DMP Supernova, or any of them big companies on the market. I test my technology right along with their stuff. I do my demonstrations outside. I do demonstrations that they couldn't even begin to even think about. And yet you want to come in and criticize my work. Well, here's the thing. Match any of my demonstrations. As a matter of fact, we still have that 1100 lumen challenge, which never has been challenged yet. Now, for those of you who don't know that, we did a demonstration in 2019 of a screen that was, matter of fact, you know what? Let's have a little fun here. Let's bring the screen up. This is the 1100 lumen challenge. It was a challenge that we put out for any company, not just Crow, any company that could basically match the demonstration. Nobody matched it. We challenged Black Diamond, we challenged Elite Screens, DMP Supernova, we challenged all of them. Anybody who makes a hobby screen paint, because at the time everybody was talking all this trash, so you know what? You want to talk trash about my technology? I'll put a challenge out there for you. Match that, either match or beat the demonstration. No one's been able to do it. It's still sitting there. Go to Google. It comes up on Google. It's called the Ultimate 1100 Lumen Challenge. And it's a projection screen, a black one, sitting outside. It was in 8 technology at the time. And it's using 1100 lumens at 12 feet back, pulling up an image outside around 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening. And all I ask them to do is, if you can beat this demonstration, post your link at the bottom. There's no links at the bottom of that page. So until you match that demonstration, all you're doing is this to me. Let's move on. And this is the Crow Boys or any of them, or man, it's funny because instead of them being over there with Crow, they're over here watching my videos. So that tells you something right there. They're in here watching my videos. That's because you want the technology. And if you buy it, it's going to make you feel some kind of way, isn't it? They want it. They want my technology. That's what they want. They're angry and upset because deep down inside, they want my screen paint. But you can buy the screen print if you want. No one's going to judge you. I'll let y'all check that out for a minute. I gotta go do something. No one's going to judge you. I'm not trying to be ruthless here, but I can see it now. I'm sitting home, tears coming from the eyes and everything. They've been woke. See what black technology can do? If black technology wasn't that important, OLED wouldn't have spent all that money designing that technology to begin with. And you notice they were the first ones, LG were the first ones that had it. Now everybody has it. Sony has it. All the other TVs had that OLED technology. Look at your PC monitor. It's not gray. It's not dark gray. If you got a good one, it's black. There'd be no point in putting the contrast level in your projector. Why would you put a contrast ratio in your projector if black levels weren't important? Don't worry, when this screen reaches 100%, Crow Boys, you're gonna buy it. And you're gonna have it set up in your home. And you're still gonna come in and hate on my videos, even though you have my technology in your home, using it every day with the lights on. Just show you how dark it is again. That's how dark that screen is. See, the problem is it's really hard for them to be able to accept it. It is. To some people, it's hard for them to accept that someone can design a black screen. Probably the same. It's funny because you know what the Crow Boys remind me of? They remind me of like any inventor who's invented anything. They always have naysayers. Like, okay, put it this way, and I said this before, the Wright brothers. I'm pretty sure the Wright brothers had their fair share of people who thought they were absolutely crazy. Think about it. I mean, if you were in that era, and there was no such thing as a flying machine, and you had two brothers on a farm building an airplane in a barn, I guess the townspeople would have thought they were absolutely crazy. I'm pretty sure they had all kinds of nasty rumors about them. I mean, people don't look at that part of it all. I'm pretty sure they had the fair share of nasty rumors, people calling them crazy psychopaths or whatever, making all kinds of names. I'm pretty sure they did. But if it wasn't for these individuals doing what they did and keep on pursuing their dream, we wouldn't even have the technology we have now when it comes to flight. Same thing like Harold Ford, the Model T. Pretty sure he had his fair share of criticism. He had to have it. See? So that's how I look at the Crow Boys. The Crow Boys are pretty much what you call, or anybody, those haters that hate pretty much anything you do. Those are those particular individuals that have been going through time just telling people what they can't do and this, that, and the other. I think the sad thing about it is the fact that it's a bit of a jealousy thing there themselves because they feel that they can't be on that level. They can be on that level, it's just they just spend too much time hating. That's the problem. It's sad. But people don't really look at, when you look at the deep part of history, any inventor, and especially, like I said, that particular time, you think about the Wright brothers, I'm pretty sure they had their fair share of criticism. Look at them two crazy brothers on the top of that hill building an airplane. Can you imagine an airplane, something that flies? Like, that's absolutely insane. Who would even think to do something like that? Yeah, they probably thought they were crazy. Out there all day long, testing. So today now you can get on an airplane and go from A to B in hours. Yeah. Because if you ever actually did the research on the stagecoach, good God Almighty, I like to study history. If you ever looked at the documentary on the stagecoach or the Pony Express and how long it took for mail to get from A to B, or even doing a stagecoach from one town to the next, exactly what they had to go through, yeah, it wasn't exactly what you call peaches and cream. It really wasn't. Let me see what we got going on here. I want to do, let's do this one right here. Oh, nope, can't do that one. I tell people why. I said, well, you won't do that video because, no, I don't do that video because it shows a model wearing a crown of thorns, and I don't get into that right there. What's this right here? I don't know, what's that right there? Huh, no. Let me see if we can get some. Buddy. Let's go with the LG Foods. LG Foods. Did we do the snowboarding? I think we did snowboarding yesterday. We can do it here. Well, you can sit there. Like I said, when I get insults like that, it doesn't bother me. You gotta understand, all you're doing is just feeding the machine. I'll keep making more and more advanced technology because I know it's rough on your feathers when you see it. And I'll keep getting better and better at it. It doesn't bother me at all, one bit. Because at the end of the day, I'm the one that's going to have the contract sitting on my desk, and I'm the one that's going to be signing it because of this technology. I'm the one that got projection screen companies contacting me wanting to know how can they embed this into their technology. So no, your insults don't bother me. They actually make me work even harder to do something that other people say I can't do. See, the difference between you and me is the fact that I was raised military, which I was raised to be that there was no such thing as you can't get something done. You know what I mean? So the more negative you push toward me, the more I turn that into positive. And that's why you see technology like this. All you do is just make me better. Enjoy. When I got big companies like Black Diamond that want to send me little things from their attorneys telling me, hey, look, don't talk about our product, don't test our product. Stuff doesn't discourage me. It just makes me know that I ruffled your feathers. And if I ruffled your feathers, then guess what? I plan to do it again. So get used to it, Crow Boys, because you're going to see some technology next year. It's going to blow your socks off. So, man, it might be so critical. You might be watching it, and next, no, look down, your socks are missing, but your shoes are still on. Yeah, trust me. That stuff doesn't bother me. Anything you say about me, nasty, whatever, that doesn't bother me. That basically fuels me to actually design better stuff. And it makes you look like a drawn-out hater. So I showed you a snow demonstration on a black screen. How does it make you feel? At 1% done. All right, so let's see what else we can play with on here. We did snowboarding. We did it. I'm just looking for bright colors. There's no point in doing contrast on here because the screen's black. Let's see. White flowers. No, you can't get discouraged. You gotta tell you something. When you got people that are purposely just trying to tear you down, you know, don't even let that bother you. I see people get all upset over things that people say to them. I say, don't get upset like that. Just take that negativity and turn it into something positive. That's what you do with it. And I've had people naysaying me before Crow ever came into the picture. Before Crow came into the picture, I had people saying, oh, you're not going to do this. You're not going to. Matter of fact, ABS Forums. ABS Forums, what, 15, maybe 15, maybe 13 years ago? Yeah, when I went on their forum site and they said, yeah, your product will never be anything. All right. Let's see. We can do, let me see. What we got going on here? I want to do some white flowers. Just want to do something with some white screensavers. Ooh, no, that came up pretty bad on that one. On that one, not the screen. I'm talking about as in what's on the other end. I don't want to bring that kind of stuff up. All right, let's see. We'll clear this. No, you have to do some fish. I haven't done any fish in a while. Let's see what this looks like on the black. There's not a bright colors into it. And watch. By the time this stuff finally gets a label attached to it, I'll be designing something else, and they'll still be coming in the room talking trash. I'm like, well, you know, but really, seriously, it doesn't bother me, man. It doesn't. All you do, I take all that negative nonsense. You think that bothers me when I read that negative nonsense? The reason why I block you so fast is because I don't have time to deal with it. I got so much stuff to do on my plate. I don't have time to deal with it. And I don't basically care what you say or this, that, and the other. It doesn't bother me. Because like I said, all it does is fuel me to make better stuff. Anybody who tells me I can't do something, I'm going to show you that I can do it. This is why you're looking at a jet black screen producing such beautiful colors. Because if someone told me that I couldn't do this, I could do it. Yeah, I do make videos that long. Coco Bird. Now, anybody who puts my name in Coco Bird, that has to be Crow right there. But the thing about it is, I never go in and watch their videos. I don't go in and watch their streams and stuff because I don't care. There's nothing there that I have an interest for. So keep in mind, they're in here watching my demonstrations. That should tell you something right there. I don't go into any of his channels or anybody else's channels. I don't interact or none of that. I don't care because I know where your technology stands. So it's not something that I consider to be anything that would catch my interest. Now, I've seen some other XY. On the other hand, I have popped into a couple of their videos because I'm kind of checking out their technology because they do have a black screen and I'm kind of interested on basically getting it down here so I can do some side-by-sides with it, so on and so forth. Other than that, that's it. But if you notice that when I do these live streams and stuff, these jokers come in here because they're interested in what I do. If not, they wouldn't be in here. They wouldn't take an interest in it at all. And like I said, I don't have time to go over there and watch their videos for what? To watch something sitting in the dark with a high-end projector connected to it and showing the camera pointed up on top of the screen over and over again. I don't got time for that. Hold on a minute. I think I have it around here somewhere. I think it's this one. Maybe this one. One of these are on. There we go. See how my screen sits in a bit of windows? This is the difference between Crow Boys. Listen up. This is the difference between my technology and everybody else that's on the market. In my areas, I don't have my windows blocked out. My screen sits either side of the windows. This is a 126-inch screen. Okay, so you can see that on how it's done, my boys. YouTube, 4K fish. Now it's probably going to pop with a click. Oh, I'm on the PS4 right now. I think I was kind of on yesterday. Oh, here it is, right here. This, Crow Boys, is my 130-inch 235.1 that sits. I can sit it in a fully lit environment if I choose to. That projector sitting on the floor is my 3400 lumen 720p. It does 235.1. All my screens can sit in fully lit environments. There you go. See that? That's something you can't do in any demonstration. Is display a screen in a fully lit environment. Let's come out of here real quick. Let's take this out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna power this down for me. My controller. You can watch this for a while. I don't know which screen you want to use, Crow Boy. This one over here, or you want to watch that one over there. Which one? 235.1. Let me see if I got my right controls for that one. Let me see. Would be. Let me see. This one right here. Football highlights YouTube. There you go. Watch that for a minute. Football highlights, YouTube. Can't do that. That gray screen paint mix, that nonsense you support, can't do this. Look at my environment. I want you to look around my environment so you can see how much light we have in here. See, I can sit here all the way back here and I can see my screen. My projector sits 18 feet from my screen in a fully lit environment. Sits next to 2 windows. So you want to talk about technology? Come on, man. Again, see this demonstration right here? I would like to see you match this exact same demonstration, fully lit environment, posted at the bottom of this comment, as this video. I'll be waiting for it. I can have all my screens on in my home in a fully lit environment. I don't have to darken the environment, none of that at all, period. I can watch the game on any screen I want in my house. You can't do that with your technology. Your images fade out, they wash. That's why every time I see demonstrations on people's screen paints and motorized projection screens and fixed range screens, they're always sitting in the dark. I can sit here and watch my screen at a 190-degree viewing angle with all that light hitting the screen. I can't do that. Now, watch this. Let me go over here and get my, I can figure out where I put it at. That's what makes my technology different from the stuff that you have. Because I've seen, trust me, I've done my research. I've gone to different forum sites on, what do you call it? On Facebook, and I see the same thing every time. Amazing theater system set up. But the problem is that the screen sits in the dark. I saw somebody with an amazing football man cave. But guess what? You can't see any of his stuff that he's collected because if he turns on the light, his screen washes out. So therefore, he has to watch the game in the dark. I don't have to do that. You can see everything in my environment. Posters, sloth, the whole entire 9 yard, everything. Crystal clear. And you're watching the screen on an angle at that. While you're looking at the black screen right there. Can't do that. This is why companies and this is why customers buy my product. Because if they're going to replace their TV for a projection screen, they want to be able to watch the game in a fully lit environment instead of sitting in the dark. I'm worried about every time somebody turns on the light, the screen's going to wash out. You only get that from black technology. I explain my technology because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to explain how your technology works and how it's going to benefit your customers. That's what you're supposed to do. That's a presentation. That's a demonstration. Someone who comes on there and doesn't explain the science on how it works and how it functions and how it benefits the customer, doesn't educate them on the product that they're selling, is doing a poor job. You got to do more than basically turn out the darks and take your camera and press it up and down against your screen and say, hey, look how the image looks. First of all, I don't know why anyone would do a demonstration with the camera close to the screen. No one is sitting that close to the screen when they're watching their movies. They're sitting at a distance, which means you should be able to see your screen crystal clear. If you're standing right here and all this ambient light, I should be able to see my screen with no problem. No one cares about the camera being right up on top of the screen to show clarity because you're not sitting that close. You missed the whole entire purpose of how it's all done. But I don't even have to talk. Seeing is believing right there. Now, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to disconnect from here. Oh, by the way, PS4 was running the entire time. You didn't know my gaming system was running, right? So I had my PS4 running through the whole time. This is what the PS4 looks like on black technology. Because the difference between you and that gray screen paint mix, I can play Call of Duty in a fully lit environment on a night scene and see every single thing, every nook and cranny, I can see it. But anybody plays on that gray screen paint mix, the minute you turn the lights on, the screen washes out and fades. Which means you have to be in the dark to see it. This is why companies drop money into my banking account, because when they're doing commercial settings, you know what I mean? Commercial settings with venue projectors and all that other stuff like that, areas that are going to be involved with tons of ambient light. That's the thing about it. If you're constantly doing demonstrations in the dark, what's going to happen is companies are not going to go near you, because why would I buy a bunch of your paint if all your demonstrations are done in the dark? I can show you demonstrations of my technology outside. All right. So if my technology can produce images outside on 1,000 lumen projectors, any company is going to sign a contract with me, because they know with all that commercial lighting, especially with the projector they're using, it's far more better than the one I used in the demonstration. It's going to be to produce in their environment with no problem whatsoever. That's what happens when you cut corners. You're not supposed to cut corners. This is a product that's done right. And this is what makes you angry, and this is what makes you upset. What you should be doing is working harder. That's what you should be doing. Don't blame me for your downfalls. Work harder. So we're going to disconnect this one. Because at the end of the day, when people see my videos, the first thing they notice that all my lights are on when I'm watching these, I'm doing these demonstrations. That's what they notice. Because they're so used to seeing demonstrations of people in dark environments every time they show up a screen. The environment's too dark. That's the one thing I get from customers all the time when they call me. Man, I saw your demonstration. You had all your lights on the environment. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's what I get from customers all the time. Because the reason why the biggest gripe people have with projectors is the fact that every video they see on them, they're in the dark. I would rather just get a TV. If I literally have to be in the dark all the time, I would rather just get a TV. Okay, so I'm going to change this over to right now. Look at the skin tones. Look how beautiful the 12 looks. That's a 12. Look how beautiful that looks. Now, this is not toward people who know my customers who know my work, right? This is just toward the crow boys or the naysayers that I get from time to time in my room that have nothing better to do to come in my room and try to harass me and think it's going to upset me and disrupt my work. But you notice every time you come here and you do something stupid, I come up with better stuff. Thank you for the inspiration. All right, so let's change this over to freaking fish right now. I'm going to do this over fish. We'll do this with this one right here. Because I got to swap out my system up here for upstairs. Because we're going upstairs to the 135-inch I have in my gaming room that's in a fully lit environment too. So we'll pop this from over here. And I'll switch over to that screen right there. All right. Now, the thing about it is the Crow Boys, what they miss is the fact that they don't take the time to come in and watch all the demonstrations, which if you did, you'd have noticed that the 12 and even our gray screen paint, which is actually much better than any gray screen paint out there on the market, because it does produce a contrast level, and that screen was able to produce a star field outside. And like I said, at 13 feet away on 1,000 lumens at 6 o'clock in the evening, which no gray screeners ever did that. But you don't look at the test demonstrations I put my product through. Just because this screen right here is showing beautiful colors and this, that, and the other, it hasn't passed any of the tests, which means it has to go through a bunch of crazy tests. And one of the tests that we actually put the screen under is it has to pass a 20 feet. So from here to here, that's around 20 feet. And it has to do 20 feet at 800 lumens, which if you understand anything about how lumens travel from the projector, you do know that by the time, if you have 800 lumens, and hear me out, Crow Boys, because I'm educating you today on this one. If you have 800 lumens on a distance travel at 20 feet, that means depending on how much light you have in the environment, which means how many lumens may make it to the screen. So keep in mind, as those lumens start to travel to their destination to the screen, depending on how much ambient light's in the environment, that means those lumens start to drop off, which means you no longer will have 800 lumens by the time it reaches the screen. Now, the screen's job is to basically generate a high enough gain to take whatever lumens that makes contact with the screen to be able to magnify them to make a bright enough image so you can see it coming back at you. That's why when we do the distance throw, we use low lumen projectors, because that means that screen is going to have to fight to be able to produce an image, and especially when the screen is jet black. Now, that's the easy test. The hard test is when you have to take 1,000 lumens outside and pull it back 13 feet. So keep in mind, 1,000 lumens outside. You know why we do our ambient light rejection test outside? Because there's nothing to protect the screen. In here I have ceilings, I have walls, everything protects the screen from any form of ambient light. Even though most people would consider this to be a bright environment, to me it's not a real ambient light rejection test. Now to take it outside, there is nothing to protect that screen whatsoever. It's sitting out there in all that ambient light. And as I said before, even on a cloudy day, there's more ambient light outside than there is physical light inside your home in a well-lit environment. But I haven't seen any of these demonstrations done on any other screen paints or projection screens. As a matter of fact, when I look at Elite screens and I watch some of their displays, they always display the screens against a white screen. Why would you take a Elite screen and display it against a white screen? Why? Anything can be the white screen. You have something a little bit more challenging. All right, so we got our cables here disconnected. We'll let the black screen have its fun. And let's see, I should bring you all upstairs because I have to set up my system, because later on today, my friends are going to be jumping online and I plan to play the zombie game today with them. So there you go. Look at that. This is what I don't have to worry about. I can come in here with my windows from side to side. You know, my curtains are veneer curtains because they are designed to allow me to push in as much light as possible. See how well lit my area is? Now that's my 135-inch gaming screen. I want you to look at the curtains. See the curtains? These are called veneer curtains. See how bright they are? Nothing in this room is shrouded in darkness. We'll get that ready for today. I know we're going to be gaming today and I'll be ready. Now, I know I get some people saying, well, hey, you got a 5,000 lumen Chrissy. Well, let me explain something to you, Crow Boys. In order for my screen paints to get the privilege to be played on a 5,000 lumen Chrissy, they had to pass the 1,000 lumen test outside. And since I have video evidence of all my screen paints passing those tests, I can play my screen on whatever projector I choose, because anytime somebody says that, I can show them the video. So they have the right to be played on the big boys. All right, let me see. This one from here. I think I got me a great finish connecting the rest of my other cables too. But I'm going to put a link here at the bottom. At the bottom, I'm going to put the black silver. Now, the black silver is the gray screen we developed. And that one, I'll show you the 900 lumen. All right. So the 900 lumen demonstration, that projector pulled a star field outside at 6 o'clock in the evening on 1,000 lumens. That's the demonstration I want you to be able to duplicate. I'm also going to put the 1100 lumen challenge at the bottom too. I want you to duplicate that one. I'll give you 3 days to see your video at the bottom of this video. Because if you're going to come into my channel and talk trash, at least back it up. So there you go. And we'll check back in about 3 days at this same link at the bottom to see what you've posted. I mean, since you do have Crow's screen paint, you should be able to do the exact same demonstration with no problem. Okay, I think we're all hooked up. I'll put this up to this on. Maybe some power cord. Okay, the same thing, look. If it was any other company, Black Diamond, Elite Screens, any other big boy company that came against me, I tell them the same thing. Do that same demonstration and I'll check back. Anybody, whether it be Black Diamond, whether it be Elite Screens, DMP Supernova, Seymour AV, any company. If you want to do that challenge, it's right there for you. And Crow Boys, if you want to come into my channel, talk a lot of smack and say my product isn't this, that, or the other, and you have Crow Screen Paint, then I expect to see the same demonstration. I'll put 2 links at the bottom. I will mark them Crow Boys watch here. Anyone can see the challenges for themselves, and we'll expect to see your demonstrations of using Crow Screen Paint, duplicating the exact same demonstration that I did in those videos, and I'll give you 3 days. Because at least when I do something, I back it up. Back, turn my lights on. Ta-da! Like I said, any room in the house, I could have my screens on, fully lit environments. You know why we can do this? Because my technology was tested outside. That's how we do our ambient light rejection tests, outside. If you have screens that can pull up outside, then it's easy. Now, you see all those projectors over there, Crow Boys? These are all the projectors that I've built. Let me show you. So, the big boy projectors right here are used when we do demonstrations for companies because they use 4,000, 5,000. They want to make sure the screen doesn't hotspot. So we have to make sure we can cover them by saying, hey, look, I've done this demonstration on a 7,000 lumen projector because I own that 7,000 lumen projector. And also, too, we test them on the older projectors, which is the Mitsubishi. I paid about $18 for this one. This is 800 lumens. This is ViewSonic right here. This one is around 900 lumens. These things are so old, literally, you got to hook them up to a computer. And I had to actually build a computer to run the projectors through. We have a 600 lumen over there. It's on the short though. 1,500 lumens, 16,000 to 1 contrast, Panasonic projector, ViewSonic projector. At the bottom of this, Casio laser and LED hybrid projector. There go a bunch of old projectors right there. That projector right there was used in the demonstration right there. So you're going to have to be to test your product on different forms of projectors. These are some of the sample sheets I've got from companies. Because keep in mind, you can't just test your screen paint against mixes. You have to literally test it against a certified screen. DP Supernova. These are all the stuff you got to test your stuff under. Didn't this company just design this technology? So you have to go out and do your research and you have to test how your stuff is going to stack up. Because at the end of the day, oh yeah, you have to do paint motorized projection screens too. At the end of the day, I have customers that can spend $20, $30, or $100,000 on a theater system. They have that kind of money. And they want to know, okay, look, what's the difference between your technology and a $5,000 DMP Supernova blade, which they can buy. And they don't got to buy my product. They can go buy that particular screen and not care two figs or fluting about basically my company at all. But I can call there and show them that, look, this is my screen test against that high performance screen, that high performance screen. I can show them the difference between my technology and a $5,000 screen. These are the demonstrations you should be doing. I got screens right now that sit outside in all sorts of weather. I can prove my screens are completely waterproof. Let me go put the football highlights on this one right here for the time being. Oh, wait, hold on. While we're here. We can give you a look at what you're gonna have to do. This is gray screen paint technology we made. Gray, not black, it's gray. Oh, 135-inch install, that's a big screen outside. Oh, that's installed for the LED lights. Oh, that's the arcade screen that I built. Oh, wait. Should I show you this? I think I will show you this. This is Project Sun Killer. This is a screen that we're going to build next year that's pretty much going to wipe out anything that comes next to it because it can take a direct hit from sunlight. Let me show you how much light's pushing through the window. See all that light pushing through the window? That's sunlight. On the outside of the window. This is the technology, the kind of stuff that we build. You don't see a screen there at all, do you? Because the sunlight is filtering through the screen. Oh, wait. Let's show you the whole thing. Direct sunlight hitting the screen, I would say somewhere we had to test it in the range of probably around... See how you can't see anything? That's how much sunlight is pushing through that screen right now. The projector that can be used. Now, usually these projectors can be sitting right up on top of the screen. Yeah. There you go. Technology that took a direct hit from sunlight at 1% done. It's not even hitting the glass. It's actually a gap between the glass. You couldn't even begin to even develop technology on that level. We're the only company now that has a screen that can take a direct hit from sunlight. Woohoo! I'm sorry, but that's true. And I did it. It's right there. Direct hit from sunlight. Do you know how many companies will be interested in that technology? Do you know that when we peak that, look at that. Once we peak that technology, you'll be to sit out in your backyard at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and watch the game in the sun. You know how much money it costs to have a TV outside? $30,000. That's what it costs to have a TV outside. That technology would be way beyond $30,000. And it's $30,000 for that TV at 84 inches. That technology right there could paint a screen of 120 inches outside. Or any surface that you choose. That's why I said the stuff that you and whatever this mixed stuff, y'all, that's we're not even on that level, man. We're way beyond that stuff, man. We're developing stuff now that takes hits from sunlight. So if that technology can take a direct hit from sunlight outside, what do you think it'll do when you put it inside? That means companies who have commercial property, companies that can use it. We have an invisible coating of that, basically that can be sprayed on glass for advertising. You don't have to worry about awnings or none of that stuff. That window could take a direct hit from sunlight and you would still be to see the image push right through. This is a demonstration being done on a 1,000 lumen projector outside. Come on, man. Remember that gray technology I told you about? This is the gray technology right here. I'll grab me with my right click real quick.
Alright, people, how you doing out there? My name is Kenneth Bird. I am the creator of Supreme Ambient Injection Screen Paint using ambient injection technology gain. I think I stand up here. So, usually when I do live streams, when I watch a couple of my live streams, the videos are really, kind of gritty. And that's something I want to change really quick. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to put so I finally went and pulled the trigger, and I got a higher speed coming in so I can stream without any interruptions or that jaggy stuff that keeps coming across the screen or any of that.
See how beautiful that image looks? That's coated on cardboard. It's cardboard projection screen. Made out of 2 plies of cardboard, duct taped together.
So they had to come into the house to install the modem and all the equipment so I could upgrade my speed on my Wi-Fi.
This is me watching a movie surrounded by windows. It's the 106 inch. Y'all don't do demonstrations on that level. Like I said, before you come into my channel and run your mouth, look at my demonstrations. See how it's done. See that time? 6:54. This is what all our screen paints have to go through before they can get a label. They have to pass a 1,000 lumen demonstration. This is the black silver getting this final test. And the final test for the black silver means it has to be able to pull that image outside.
In form of a screen, usually be a little bit fuzzy. Outside at 1,000 lumens. Now keep in mind, as I said before, this is one of the final tests.
Which means that technology we have downstairs has to pass this test. There's the screen right there. Measuring tape showing you right there. Got 13 feet from the screen. All that's got to be documented. See that projector right there? That's my Sony right there. That's how we do our ambient light projection test. So that same screen downstairs you're seeing, that extreme black, is going to have to go through all this testing in order before we put a label on it. And you're talking about zooming in on the screen. No, you should be able to see a screen. Oh, not mine. Keep in mind, it's not 1,000 lumens hitting the screen. It's less than 1,000 lumens making contact with the screen. I'm showing you Tron, a contrast demonstration of a gray screen outside. Because we kept asking y'all over and over again, please do a demonstration of your gray screen paint product versus other gray screens, versus contrast levels, versus outside demonstrations, and they wouldn't do it. So guess what? We created our own form of high-tech gray screen paint and did it for you. Did all the demonstrations we asked you to do. I can show you the screen showing up 190-degree viewing angle outside on 1,000 lumens. You can see my screen in the next room.
Because it's a great screen with our technology, has the ability to pick up contrast, which is something other great screens cannot do.
That screen is already beat. Matter of fact, that screen actually blended the UV mix. And the UV mix is darker than that screen. It's already won against all DMP, Supernova, Lee Screen, Dark Star 9, the packs won against all of them. You know what the price tag for that screen paint is? Since y'all want to gripe about prices, Troll Boy, that screen paint is $89. It's one of the, we call that this is one of the screen paint. Since it's gray, we consider it to be a mid-level screen paint, which means it's not considered to be a professional screen paint. It's a mid-level. All right, so this is our bottom screen, and our bottom screen can beat a screen of $5,000. So since you couldn't design, or Crow couldn't do the demonstration that we asked for, we did it for you. Look, Starfield demonstration outside at 6 o'clock. Look at the black levels on that. But I'll put this link below so you can see it crystal clear without seeing it on here. This is what I'm talking about by people who, when they tell they're jealous of our work, this is why they're jealous of our work, because we can do demonstrations on this level. Now, if my technology can produce any of my screens in here who had to go through the same kind of testing, this is why we can have them in fully lit environments. And the screens look fantastic, because they're used to being tested outside. You tell me if you ever seen Elite Screens or any of the big companies out there doing demonstrations on 720p projectors or any of the projectors we use. No, they're using 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, Lumen 4K, ultra laser. We don't use any of that stuff. This is my screen in my office. That's the screen here. That's the motorized screen in my office.
That is my 79-inch.
That's my screen in my office. That's my office screen right there. 79-inch portrait projection screen using black technology.
Big hit there. It is jet black. Now, one of the things, like I said, I've heard
$68 motorized projection screen.
People saying, well, you know, the screens are so dark, the image won't come out. It's
Oh, now.
very dirty, very muddy. I'm going to show you a couple of video demonstrations. First things first, I'm going to do this one on the fish. You may get a commercial in here.
That's what I said. Insults don't bother me. You just strive me to do better. And my videos back it up on every level.
Beautiful that image looks. I'm going to come over here to the projector. I'm going to bring my screen up. Oh, wait a minute. I think we just got the commercial. There we go. I usually do commercial. We always see later when we do these particular videos. So we're going to set this around. All right, there we go. All right, so let's come back over here and let's roll the screen up. There's lots of been asking me about.
So this is why it's going to take so long for the black technology to launch, because it has to go through testing first. Paint on demonstrations, you name it, it's been done.
Now, keep in mind, the projector I'm using in front of me or in back of me is not a Christie, but it's a Sony projector, DPL FA. Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, same channel. Right there. Go again.
Always in well-lit environments. I do so many demonstrations with the lights on, people got to argue with me to turn the lights off.
There's no calibrating the projector, there's no special effects, none of that. And you don't have to spend a lot of money. Now, this projector right here cost me $139. That was it.
130, that's a 720p projector right there.
With this technology, you'll be 100% contrast levels. Keep in mind, the 9 technology is beautiful.
That's when I had the 135 before I swapped out my screens.
And the white levels on this technology are.
And then mind you, I'm showing you the demonstration off my black screen that's displaying another black screen that's allowing you to see the white levels on the screen so crystal clear you can see the other image.
And we added a solution.
And this is where I don't get any crow boys that come into the room and talk. So buckle up, because like I said, that technology called Project Sunkiller, that technology is going to be arriving soon, but that's going to be for our own motorized, customized, fixed frame screens, wallpaper screens, and all other good stuff. The extreme black may and may not be available by the time the console systems launch. I don't know. I can't even give you that right now. It is coming out, but I don't know when. Wait, what's this? Oh, here we go.
Right here.
What projector did I have here? Oh yeah, this is when I did the demonstration with a 1000 lumen projector.
It's supposed to look the same way. When you do that kind of demonstration, it's supposed to look the same way as it does in the front.
So I can swap my projectors out. I don't have to have a 4000 lumen projector in my environment if I don't need it. I actually took out my 4000 lumen Chrissy projector and swapped it out for a 1000 lumen Sony projector, which I'm displaying right there.
Swing on the lights back off the wall. That's very important for you to see that. Keep in mind, it's 600 by 800.
Now I'm curious, if someone's using an ultra short throw, except they're using an ultra short throw 4K laser projector, I would like to see them take that projector, swap it out for about 2 weeks, and put in a 720p really outdated projector like the one I'm using was manufactured in 1999, and see if they can basically produce that same image, or not close to the same image, but if they're able to produce a quality picture in a fully lit environment.
Which they are. Fire just went up too because
see those videos? That's what I said, before you come in and talk trash, educate yourself on my technology, and then you will get an understanding of where I come from. If you choose not to, then that's not my loss, because at the end of the day, I still have a contract on my desk, and at the end of the day, I have orders and money in my banking accounts. Because at the end of the day, people do not want to sit in the dark. They don't want to spend a lot of money for a projection screen. They don't want to spend a lot of money for a projector. And if you're out there advertising that you have to have 4K or you have to have an expensive high-end projector, then that means you're telling your customers that they got to spend this kind of money in order to have that kind of picture. And that's kind of sad. When I don't have to do any of that. My projectors can stay on all day, and I don't have to worry about these images washing out or fading. That's what people want. They want to have a screen that they can use in a fully lit environment. They don't want to be in the dark. The only time you're going to use a projector in the dark unless you're watching movies or something like that, okay, that's a given. But if you're going to be in a fully lit environment and you're going to have family over or friends over, you know what I mean? Maybe your wife does not want to sit in a dark environment. I've heard that one before too. I've had saying that I don't want to sit in a dark environment all day because I may want to read. So somebody can come over here, they could read, I could watch TV, whatever, and I don't have to worry about basically turning the environment into a cave because I'm afraid my screen's going to wash out. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Is that down here or upstairs? I think it's upstairs or downstairs, I'm not sure. That makes sense. It is downstairs, yeah! Now, the projector I'm using, the projector I'm using here is a 4000 lumen Chrissy. The projector on the floor is a 3400 ViewSonic. That's what that one is. This is my baby. This is the one I use for the outdoor demonstration right there. And the reason why you would never see people swap out their projectors is because they're afraid if they swap out the projector, the picture quality is going to drop by a lot. All right, so let's see. Let's 'That's why you have to have all those different kinds of projectors, because you should be testing your screen on multiple projectors. If you're not testing on multiple projectors and you're using the same projector over and over and over again, that is not good. I should buy me another Christie projector today. I don't think we got any more of 1080p Christie, so that's what I wanted. 1080p Christie. My hands on one of them. Thousand lumens Sony projector, right there. That's why I can do swap outs with my projectors and demonstrations and not worry about the screen suffering or the projector being too dim or something. So we went from 4,000 lumens to a 1,000 lumen projector in a fully lit environment, and look at the picture quality. That particular sound does it. There you go. Easy McCheesy. I'll show you the distance of my projector, where it sits at. There's my screen. You have to be to back up your technology. That's why I can't have people can't come in and say, well, he uses only 5,000 lumen projectors, or he uses only 4,000 lumen projectors. No, my stuff has been tested on lower entry level projectors. That's how we know how to construct the product. That's how we know how to tweak the product. These tests are very important because it allows us to see where on the screen it has to be fixed or where we need to brighten the screen. If I start this off with like 4,000 or 5,000 lumen projector, that's not good, because that means that if someone uses the projector lower than that, the screen can come up too dark, and then it can be a problem right there for us. So we have to test it on lower, cheaper projectors that nobody else will buy. Because like I said, if I can make that produce an image in a fully lit environment on that projector, then that means anything else is going to be to run with no problem at all. I got to go to Amazon pantry and order me some food. Some snacks. So we'll see if by if I don't start testing next week. I say if I don't start testing next week on this black technology, then you'll have to wait till 2021. If I do decide to start testing this week, then we'll probably look at a date of probably like maybe December, maybe. Because I have other projects that I'm working on, and right now this isn't something you launch right away. It's just a darker version of a 12. That's all it is. I think I'm gonna take that screen and set it up over here for. Let's have to do that demonstration. Oh, but the system upstairs already. Let me see. Yeah, okay, I'll do it later on. Problem is that here's the thing. They can't back up. Like I said, they don't back up any of my demonstrations. I've never seen people do projector swap outs. I don't see them using low caliber projectors. Rooms have way too much ambient light in them. Most times, it just, even when I look at the elite screens, it's just too much ambient light. Why do you have that much ambient light in your environment to begin with? Never have that much ambient light in your environment at all, period. Not when you test out a screen that's supposed to be ambient light rejection technology. You should never have that kind of light in your, it should never be that dim. Especially when I saw that demonstration when Elite Screens was showing off some kind of expo and they had all the screens tucked away in some kind of a hotel room. Man, you freaking kidding me? Come on. And you're calling it ambient. It's not just the screen paints, it's the projection screens too. Come on now. That's ambient light rejection? Are you kidding me? I have more light in my environment than they have in their studios. And you want me to spend $5 for that screen? Oh, heck no. That's a 12 right there. That's a 12. That's a black screen, right? There's my 12, a black screen, right? This is Crow's UV mix. Voila. I can stick screens all across that screen. It's been tested on all that stuff. Let me go get my, which one is this going to be? Oh, even he doesn't want to get that. So I can take, let's see if we can find that bar. There we go. Right there. Samsung 4K demonstrations. See, they don't pick up contrast. have to be able to test your stuff. Now, somebody can afford to buy this as a $5,000 projection screen. All the testing that our technology has to go through. Dark Star 9. Gray Cinema 5D. Sony Black Contrast Demonstration. Joys of using freaking Google Speech. Chromecast is much better at finding what I want. To give the screens a fair chance. I really want to see what the red levels would look like on the black screen. The super jet black screen. I got time for that test for the 2 today. Let's see. Or they don't like when I turn the lights on. What's wrong? Let's go with I gotta do a color pattern. I gotta see what that's gonna look like. I wonder what that would look like in that black thing for color pattern test. I'm gonna have to see this for myself. That one already does remarkable. Let's do, where's the whatchamacallit at? I'm gonna unplug that for a minute. I wanna see something for a minute. I wanna see how this is gonna look. Black screen, color. Alright, so let me see if we do a color pattern test. What did I get from that? Let's see if that's going to happen. Color pattern test. 1%. What can it do? Let's see. Color pattern test at 1%. I'm going to document this. Let me see what I'm going to get from this at 1% color. How the screen's going to react to color. I didn't do that one yet. So I need to cut payment on my boat. Let me see. All right. All right. Let's do. Color pattern of blue. Attic. Okay, so this is blue. Let's see how blue reacts to epoxy. Oh god, this is gonna be a piece of cake. This is gonna be a piece of cake. That's a $5,000 projection screen. That's Daylight's Paxel screen. All right, let's just go down the line. This is gonna be a piece of cake for the technology. There we go, boom, boom. $1,400, $5,000, $3,000. I won't be marketing it to basically, this is going to be a professional high class screen. I'm sorry, but this is going to be marketed in a different class. We have the screen's value already at 1% done. So it basically is producing much deeper and darker colors. Let's see. Let's go with, let's see, we got the red. Matter of fact, let's do the 1 hour and see what we got. We'll do the color pattern. Well, people, I hate to say it, but maybe market it. Let it run. I don't care. This may be marketed now in the $500 range and down. Sorry, but that technology is good. So it's already producing higher color than the Elite Dark Star 9, $3,000 for 100-inch. The Paxco, I think it's 0.8 or something like that, $5,000. And the the Elite Gray 75D at $1,300 to $1,400. Yeah, this is going to be priced in the $500 range. And knowing that it's the only one of its kind now. I might even get an offer for it, who knows. It's only at 1% done. What else we got to play around with? That's definitely not going to be pretty. We have a DMP Supernova right there. This is the blade. So let's see how that reacts to color. See if my colors are reading correctly. That's good. Colors are reading correctly. Good. again, a few more squirrels. A few more squirrels. So we have 3 screens up there. Let's grab some more samples. All right. So I went down and got a great deal of all my samples. I'm going to hit the screen with every last sample. See which one can actually produce either higher or brighter colors. I think on top of your dresser. No. Because we cut the working phone like yesterday. We cut those like yesterday. Yeah. I don't put this out. This is pretty good. That's pretty good. Much better color. They're making something. They're not going to market that. Yeah. Changed the name. Made it like a limited edition. I'll do like 50 quarts a month. That's it. Anyone else? All right, that means I'm gonna have to use some tape instead. Which works. Can't find any scissors to cut off the Velcro. I'm gonna have to use tape instead. Hopefully that sticks. I doubt it's going to. EMP Supernova. That's the EMP Supernova. Supernova. EMP Supernova. Let me see. Daylight Screens Paxo, another one right there. Elite's dark screen blade right there. You can see it for yourself. I don't know what the heck that was all about. I'll find out. So we have, that's it. Everything else is not going to apply to it too well. Seymour AV, I'll get this right in front of the camera. See it? Seymour AV 1.3. Let's see which one of these are actually, any screen's going to produce a higher and brighter color or a more deeper and richer color. Matinee Black by Seymour AV. So darker gray. Like so. Don't worry. We have time. Crow's Mix will be up there soon. I think we're going to order some of this product to test against the Extreme Black, which is right now wiping out about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 high performance certified screens in one hit at 1% done, which means the screen is actually producing higher contrast levels, brighter colors, without ever calibrating or changing anything on the projector whatsoever. And all these screens are being hit with a 4000 lumen 720p Christie projector. And the black screen, keep in mind, is producing enough white light to produce a very beautiful rich color without it becoming too dirty or too dirty or too dark. So the reason why I do the color patterning, because basically what it does is it shows the colors of what your projector is actually seeing, what it's projecting, and what the screen is actually reading. So when your screen produces red, you're supposed to get a deep red, you're supposed to get a deep blue, and purples, and all that. You're not actually getting that. Well, that's it for me. If you don't see any more testing on this, which means I'm probably going to bring it up summer of 2021. And if you see more testing on it probably around this week or so forth, that means I'll probably have it out probably near the end of Christmas. All right, with that being said, thank you for your time. I got to go, and God bless.